what you're saying right now is that you would like to try again?
I want to start fresh with the opportunity to try again.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. Today, we're going to just talk about Cameron and Claire, this debacle between these two. If you watched the Married at First Sight reunion, you saw these two. You saw this situation. You saw this issue between Cameron and Claire. You saw the ups and downs, the weirdness of it. You saw how these two were gaslighting not only us, the viewers, but they gaslighted each other, and we don't know who to believe. I'm at this point, I don't know who to believe. I think both of them are gaslighters. We are definitely on the fence, but I just want to break it down and talk about it just a little bit, right? Once again, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, but let's just hop into it. We saw Cameron and Claire, sit down with Kevin Frazier, talk about their relationship, talk about what's going on in their relationship. And Cameron drops a little bit of a bombshell to Kevin Frazier and to the rest of the crew. And this is what Cameron said about him and Claire on the very first night of their honeymoon, which explains a lot, right? But we'll get into it after this clip. We'll get into it.
The second night of the honeymoon, after hours of crying, Claire shared that she was in love with her boyfriend. And I say boyfriend because it's my understanding that it was active.
The second night of the honeymoon, first she's crying. Who cries on their honeymoon? What are you crying for on your honeymoon, right? Are you that distraught that you don't want to be with him? Or are you that distraught that you don't want to be there, be married at first sight? Then leave the process. One bride already left the process on the show, right? You wouldn't be the first bride to say, you know what, I don't want to be the guy with the guy I'm with. I want to leave. All she had to do was say, yo, I bow out. But you crying on the second night of your honeymoon. Is it because, again, as Cameron said, are you in love with somebody else? Did you have a boyfriend prior to this? Prior to this, if you had a boyfriend prior to this, why even accept the invitation, right, to be on the show? Why even say, you know what, I'm still gonna be on Married at First Sight? Why? You could have easily said, I bow out. Now, some people believe Cameron is gaslighting and lying. Cameron, look, ever since Cameron has been eliminated from the show, he has brought in more content. He has brought in more truths. Truths. I can say truths. Cameron has been telling everything that's been going on behind the scenes. Where was this at? Only question I asked, where was this at when things were on camera? If they would have talked about this on camera, it would have made this show, this season, so much exciting, right? If Cameron would have said, yo, Claire, we're not together or we're having issues because you're still in love with your boyfriend. Wouldn't that have been great on TV? We saw before Chris was talking about Mercedes in Atlanta season, right? It would have been. These people tried to manipulate the system, and you even saw the shock on Becca's face, right? Like, oh my God. I don't know if that shock was, I don't believe that, or that shock was this dude really actually said this on TV, and he's putting my business out there. Like, he really is telling people that I was still in love with my boyfriend. And you saw Claire's response, Claire's reaction was like, oh my God. No, he didn't. But Claire does respond, right? Claire responds to Cameron, and she denies the claims that Cameron is making.
A boyfriend
No.
during your marriage?
No, there was not. There was not.
Was it right before?
It was a year. I told him, he said, when was the last time you were in love? I said, a year before filming.
Look at the smirk on Cameron's face, right? Like, I got you. I got you rattled. I got you upset. Her voice changed. No, it was somebody's lying here. I don't know who, but both of them have signs that there's lying going on. Her body reaction, her language, the way her voice changed, the way she's moving, Cameron with the smirking, like, I got you, a lot lying. And I'm tending to lean more to Cameron's side of telling the truth here on this. And that Claire's kind of lying. Claire's been manipulative all season long. Claire's been the one that's been pulling the strings for everybody's relationship all year long, all season long. She's the therapist, right? She's manipulating. She's moving people around. Now, was Cameron supposed to tell this? No. Do I think she was currently in a relationship with her boyfriend? Probably not. Was it prior to the show? Yeah. Was it a year? Heck no. It was not a year. Again, Jack asked me, she's like, a lot of people have relationships prior to the show, right? We see the whole Nashville with Eris and Clint. They like, yo, 2 days before 2 days before the process or before we got chosen or selected, we had sex with somebody else or we were sleeping with somebody else. You saw this season, Lauren, like 2 months before she got selected, she had sex. So again, it happens, right? Why would you tell? That's my thing. Why would you tell him this, that you're still in love with your boyfriend? Why would you tell him if you wasn't going to finish, if you wasn't going to quit the process? You tell somebody I'm still in love with my boyfriend on Married at First Sight so you can quit the process, not go through the 8 weeks and fake everybody as if you're married or as if and then you wonder why the dude didn't like you or you wasn't attracted to him. You should have told him, or he didn't like you or didn't want to deal with you. You should have been up front. She should have been up front. I don't like you. I'm not attracted to you. I don't want to deal with you. There is a lot of deep-seated issues going on with Cameron and with Claire. So then you hear he drops this bombshell on her and he says, look, I don't want to, she had a boyfriend. She tried to sleep with a boyfriend beforehand. This is what's going on. You see Claire deny the fact, right? And I'm thinking as I watch this, like, this ain't going good. This is going to be like good for TV. Then things take the turn. Like, I'm like, made me scratch my head. It took a turn. Cameron then goes on to say that he wants to try again with Claire. Like, what in the heck are you doing? She didn't like you on the show. She wasn't attracted to you. She's been lying. You stopped talking to her. You was mad at her. You got up and left when y'all was at the picnic because she was lying and manipulative. She's been doing things trying to separate other couples. And then you out of the nerve say, I still want to be with her. What is wrong with Cameron? Cameron has some manipulative issues. He has some ways to try to some controlling issues. But hear what Cameron said.
What you're saying right now is that you would like to try again?
I want to start fresh with the opportunity to try again.
He wants to start fresh with the opportunity to try again. What? You just put this girl business. You just told everybody that this girl lied, cheated, didn't want you, didn't want to deal with you, manipulated everybody, and you were willing to try again. Why go back to that type of relationship? Why be involved in that? Is this a manipulation tactic by Cameron? Y'all let me know, because Cameron just playing. Can't find nobody else, right? There's a whole other video I'm going to do because one of Cameron's ex-girlfriends talk about how he's manipulative and how he does a lot of things, and there's some tweets. Shout out, there's some messages. Shout out to Married at First Sight fan, MFS fan, for putting that out there. But we might do a video about that a little bit later. But what's going on with Cameron, right? Why would you? First of all, you gaslighted her on national television. You made her look bad on national television. You talked about it, had the girl in tears, and now you want to tell her this, and you expect her to take you back? Let's start over. Let's start fresh. Like, we're not divorced yet. Let's start. What in the heck is wrong? I don't know what they do in Australia, but it doesn't happen here in the United States. That stuff does not transpire, does not take place. When you do things like that, and then you try to get back with somebody, I'm sitting there waiting. Crazy. I'm sitting there waiting for Claire to answer. Like, if she says yes, she is just nuttier than a squirrel. If she says yes, there's a problem with her. Because if this dude that did all this, has you in tears, puts you out there, and again, Claire's not innocent in this relationship because they were doing it back and forth. I truly believe that these two had a plan to say, you know what, let's act like we like each other on camera, but then it just went south. He couldn't do it, she couldn't do it, and she figured, like, you know what, just let me stay in this apartment so I can gaslight everybody else. But Claire gives her answer. Kevin Frazier lets her answer Cameron's question. When Cameron said, let us be together, she answers.
All right.
Do you feel like he is controlling you right now?
Yes. I think he's condescending. I think he's controlling. I think he's trying to make it seem as if you care about me, when if you did, you would show me differently off camera.
Condescending, right? That he is. If you ever look at his demeanor and look at his talk and conversation, he is condescending, right? And she even, like, if you did care about me, you would do it off camera. I am tired of hearing off camera, on this season of Married at First Sight. These people did so much off camera or treated people different off camera. Everybody wanted to look a certain way on TV. You're signed up for a reality TV show. So guess what? You're going to be filmed on reality. Married at First Sight has to do something different, right? Whether it's the more apartment cams, more of the something filmed longer, because again, we're missing so much stuff. But she said he's trying to manipulate her and try to control her. Look, I don't think anybody can control Claire. I think Claire controls other people. I don't think Cameron can control it. When you have two controlling people together, somebody takes charge. In this situation, I think Cameron's trying to control Claire. Cameron is somewhat trying to control, but Claire has the keys to the wheel. She has the keys to the car. She controlled everybody else on this show. She controlled Becca to the point where she doesn't want to be with Austin. She controlled the Lauren situation. Look what she told Lauren when it was on the retreat, right? Look how she controlled Emily dealing with Brennan, and how she created the narrative that all the men were there for just to be on TV. All the men was there. All the men was there to try to shush them, to silence them. She started that narrative. So in this relationship with Cameron, makes you wonder why Cameron, you go back to the airport, makes you wonder why Cameron was walking real fast at the airport. Not because he didn't want to be, not because he was being rude, because he wanted to get away from her. He wanted to, hey, you have a whole boyfriend. You've been sleeping with somebody, and you want me to treat you like a lady? You want me to treat you like a friend? You want me to be friends with you? And we walk away. You know, this season is messy. They both confused. They both don't need each other. And I am glad that she didn't accept Cameron's proposal to start over. All right. Glad she didn't start his proposal to start over, because it wouldn't have looked good. It wouldn't have been nice. Again, who do you think gaslighting who? Is Cameron a gaslighter? Is Claire the gaslighter? Or are both of them equally important gaslighters? Y'all let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Again, who's the gaslighter? Claire or Cameron or both? Once again, hit the subscribe button, bell notification. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Peace.